guys, Derek here. I'm going to show you how to do a quick VP9B push button change and upgrade to a larger size button. Some of the B models have a pin and some don't. I'm going to show you the one on the little bit more complicated version of a button swap. So if you can do it on this one, you can do it on any of them. And obviously right now at the HK Webshop, you can buy a tool that makes this job a snap. It's actually in the German manual, and you can buy the different button sizes. So if you have a VP9B, you're going to want to watch. Stand by. So we're at the bench now, and I've disassembled the VP9B. And what I've already done, and I'm just going to show you what I've done, is right here on this model, it's got a pin, okay? It punches right out. You use a 1.8 millimeter punch, and I just drove it right through from the left side of the gun where the button is, from the left side to the right side. Just some little taps with a little lightweight hammer like that is all you need to do to drive the pin out, and you can see I've captured it right down in there. So step one is to disassemble the gun and drive the pin out if you've got this retainer pin. Some of the VP9B models, like I said, don't have that, and then therefore you would not need to do this step. Okay, so we'll go to step two here. Now that you got your pin out. All right, before we start the next step, let's just talk about what you can get at the web shop. You can get the VP9B, the button tool, and you can get the extra large, large and small buttons as a pack at the shop right now, and I suggest grabbing them. They're super cheap and they're great to have in your collection. And here's just a size difference. Size difference in the extra large compared to the medium. Medium comes on all the VP9Bs. So that extra height gives you a little bit more ease of hitting the button with your thumb. Of course, you'll want to test it against your hands, because if you got big meaty hands and you run an extra large button, history and experience with other platforms tells me that can cause problems. So you'll want to test it. We're going to put the large button on my gun, so I'm going to go from the medium to the large. And before we go over the tool, let's just go over here and look at the setup. Here's the VP9B set up. I've got this little punch in the notch where the tool fits. So if you can see right here, you'll see a silver plate where that punch pin is inside that hole, and on top of that silver plate there's a little black retainer bar. So what you're going to use the VP9B tool for is right where that punch is, you're going to orient it this way where that bottom notch on the tool, okay, fits, that bottom tang fits into that hole on that silver plate, and you're going to push in and then lift up. So you're going to push in and lift up, and what'll happen is that little silver plate will pop right up, and you'll be able to pull your little button out. So I'll show you that. Okay, so with your silver clip lifted up now over that little black bar, you can now pull your button like I was showing you. Let's get it out here. You pull your button out this other side. It's easier if it's tilted. I'm going to try to do it without. There you go. Comes right out, and it looks like this. Okay, so this is where you can change it back and forth. I'm going to leave it. I'm a right-hand shooter, so I'm going to leave it with this set up. And what you'll see is on the bottom, this side just pushes up and off. So when it comes up and off, then this other side can just be inserted where it goes, slides straight down on, and it holds it. So once you pick the size you want, then you're just going to put this back into the gun, much like we took it out. I'm going to do this off camera and then come back because I'm going to need to tilt the gun. I won't be able to do it here by myself. Okay, stand by. Now we're going to recapture the clip, and so before to take it out, we came into the clip this way, and we got this little nub into the groove on that plate, and we pushed it in and we lifted it up. We pushed it in and we lifted it up, and it popped out. Now we're going to use this bottom edge of the tool. So this back side of the tool is going to be towards the back of the grip, and you're going to be using these surfaces. That's why they're cut out on the inside. So when you go in, you're going to be using this now to basically push it in and down, in and down, okay? So as we go in here to the plate, you'll see this little bar. And this is what we're going to want to basically be pushing in. So I'll put some light on it here. Oops. So right here, that little bar is what we're going to be wanting to push in to capture that spring. And then this plate, we're going to be using the top of that little notch to push it down so it can be captured by this little black bar. Okay, so I'm going to do this. It's really easy, and you can see how everything just fits when you put the tool in there for alignment. It goes right in there and captures, so you can push it in and down. If I can figure it out, anybody can figure it out. Super easy. Stand by. So I pushed in and down, and now you can see it's captured by that top black piece I was talking about. Okay, and you can see that bottom little part of that silver clip, everything is kind of in a straight line when you look down on it. And again, you can test your button on the side over here, and you can already from that spring, you got spring tension. And at this point, we're just gonna put the pin back in, and then I'll show you. Stand by. Okay, there's the pin getting ready to be driven back in. Again, 1.8 millimeter punch. Just put it back in, flush. The pin is in. You can see it going across right there. Again, this is the model that has the pin. Some do not have it, but that's what the pin looks like when it's in. And you can see it's nice and flush there. That's all you got to do.